Testing, 1, 2. Just want to check you guys are able to hear me. Let's go, let's go. Testing, 1, 2. Perfect. Just want to check you guys are able to hear me. Let's go, let's go. Testing, 1, 2. Test. All right, guys, welcome. Yes, loud and clear, perfect. Beautiful, guys. I got a, for some reason, I don't know what the microphone is going on, but anyways, I got a new iMac Pro, which I'm super excited about, because, well, this thing's sick. So yeah, anyways, I'm super excited about the iMac Pro. Want to welcome you guys to the channel. Just give me 1 second. Beauty about this thing is just the processor. It's super fast, lightning fast, which is perfect for the live streams. Obviously, I've got my camera set up a little bit different, so that's looking pretty good. But just wanted to kind of start off the evening. Might as well just start off straight and not waste any time. Guys, we caught a beautiful gold win this morning with our VIP members. And I just want to welcome you guys to another live stream. Like I said, the live streams are coming back. We're trying to sort out a schedule that will work overall for everyone. But just excited to have you guys here with me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're going to wait for a couple more people to join in. Don't be shy. Feel free to say hi, guys. Don't be shy at all. But yeah, let me know what pairs you guys are looking at. We can look at those pairs together and kind of go from there. But yeah, I'm excited for this live stream this evening. But yeah, we got my man Tony in the house. Let's go, Tony. Tony in the house. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okay. Give me one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's just under the car? Yeah, it should be. You're cutting out. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. I'm just live right now. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So it's just the ball, right? But it's not something on the actual paint of the car. Outside. Okay. 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 Mom. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye, man. No, it's okay. It's okay. Bye, baby. Bye. Bye, man. Be careful. All right. Okay. Love you too. Bye. All right, guys. Sorry. I thought it was an emergency, right? So I'm always just on top, making sure everyone's good. You know, wifey's good, everything's good. Okay. So wanted to welcome everyone. Welcome, guys. If you enjoy these live streams, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna move this to our Asian session pairs, but before I do that, I also want to let you guys know how I'm gonna do a video on this, but I'm actually gonna show you how we caught this beautiful 260 pip move on gold this morning with my VIP members. Now, it's very straightforward, guys. I like to keep it simple, and this is what I always teach, and this is what I talk about all the time. Don't overcomplicate things. Now, I'm gonna go over what I saw and how you can catch the exact same trades I did, the exact same trade from this morning, and how you can do this in the future. Okay. We're gonna go to the other chart. I want to keep this because, like I said, I'm gonna be doing a breakdown video later tonight to be able to upload it tomorrow for you guys, and kind of go from there. So let's move this over to our Asian session, and then we're gonna see our other gold chart, and I'm just gonna give you a breakdown here. Okay, we're gonna clear the charts, start fresh, and then we're gonna go. We got W Lady, let's go. Hello Pedro, Warsa, hello, welcome, happy to have you here. Actually, in fact, before we even begin further, I'm going to just share this on our free Telegram, because I know that there's a lot of people that don't typically use YouTube as much, but they want to know when we're live. So I'm just gonna let them know right now. And if you're new as well, let us know in the chat where you're joining us from. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm just going to let me know. You guys should be able to see me very well here. You should see the screen very well as well. Perfect. Ronnie from Florida, welcome Ronnie. All right guys, so let's take a look and see what we saw here with gold. So let me just go back to where I saw price when we saw it in the morning. So this is 8 a.m. If we go up to the 4-hour time frame, okay, I always like to kind of mark off my main areas. I think that it's important to understand kind of what we're looking at, right? What kind of area are we in the market? Levels of structure is always important. So kind of an area I did have in mind was this area here, chat, that was important, as well as this kind of area over here, which you can see that the market did respect in the past. If we go up to the daily, just to have an idea as to what's going on with the daily, we can understand that technically we are bullish, but we were anticipating maybe the market to give us maybe a steeper retracement, maybe not reject from here, start looking for buys, but possibly even the next daily candle, maybe this could close bearish, and then the next candle might create a wick high to continue a move lower. Okay, so we always want to kind of keep that in the back of our mind, and we want to just kind of always look at the bigger picture, right? So if we look at the market from this perspective, we start saying, okay, well, you know what? The market has respected this area in the past before. And, if we look over here, we have another area of structure right over here, okay? Now, we want to, here's the thing. You need to understand that the market tends to move from levels to levels, okay? There's different ways you can go about it. Obviously, I can't explain everything in one live stream, but I want to share with you guys as much value as I can, you know what I mean? So that you guys could use what I'm teaching you and apply it on your charts, okay? So like I said, major key levels, that's really what I focused on. Then we went down to the 1 hour. What time is it here? That's 8 a.m. Perfect. If we go over here on the chart, what did I notice? We were in this downward trend. Now, could a price continued its move up from here? Absolutely, right? We could have been looking for buy positions from this area. However, I didn't want to take any buy positions because in my mind, the way I was looking at the market was, well, we're still in this downward trend. And the only way I'm going to be looking for buy positions, I need a break of structure in my direction, okay, or the upside direction for me to continue to look for buys. Where I would enter for buys would be around this zone, because this is confirming that, hey, you know what? There is a shift of structure now, and there's a total change of character happening in the markets. Otherwise, I wouldn't have entered, okay? Let me know, drop a 1 in the chat if you're understanding what I'm saying so far, okay? Drop a 1 in the chat. We got Red Lady 31. Welcome, Pedro. I didn't know you were still on. I haven't gotten an alert in months. I know there's I did take a bit of a break, so just keep that in mind. I did take a bit of a break with the live streams. Really had to just kind of focus on a little bit more time with the family and just kind of like I said, guys, like at the end of the day, like trading has been such a blessing where you can make a pretty decent income. And you don't technically need to be doing like the live streams that I do. I don't need to technically be doing any of this really, but I do it because I really do feel like there's a bigger purpose behind it all. You know what I mean? Like it's nice to be able to know a skill set once you know it. But another thing is also it's nice to be able to build a community that is also depending on you, or a community that is also like looking forward to learning from you. You know what I mean? So I haven't forgot about that, haven't forgot about you guys, and I had a lot of you guys reach out and tell me, hey Pedro, like we miss your live streams, hey, can you come back? I am back, guys, because I do see the need for it, and I want to give back to the community, and I feel that that's my calling, that's my next step, is really kind of taking that next step and growing our community. Like we actually grew it to 7,000, which we're almost at 7,500, and I think that's huge in itself. So you know, like my goal is to make this like the #1 trading community in the world, but not just about trading, but also personal development and actually growth, right? So it is possible, and that's definitely my vision. And you know, being able to see other people send me messages saying, hey bro, like the way you explain things, it sounds a lot more easier, or it's helped me with my trading, or bro, like you've completely changed my life by just like the way you teach the markets and how you explain things, you know? So you know, getting those messages definitely is fulfilling, you know what I mean? Way more than just doing what I do, right? So yeah, my goal is to help you guys as much as I can and be able to grow our community extensively. Okay. Okay, so let's continue on here. So what did I see? So the market was still in this downwards trend. Okay, in my eyes, I mean, could you use a trend line? Sure, if you want to look at it from that perspective. I don't use trend lines as much as I used to before, but you could look at it from that perspective. And then another thing I noticed was the market could have continued to go down lower, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to focus on the smaller time frame. So I started focusing on the 15-minute time frame, and I started noticing that actually we go up to the 1 hour first, and if we go to the 1 hour, we can see that this right here is actually a level where the market has respected, okay, in the past multiple times. Okay, rejection, we can kind of go in deeper detail here. Okay, resistance, 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 right? A little bit of support there, right? Resistance, even though it overlapped, and so on. Okay, so I knew that that was an area, and I can kind of bring this down a little bit there. I knew that that was an area that the market has respected in the past. Yeah, there we go. Support, resistance, 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 support, support, support. Okay. All right, you guys get the point. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to mark off this area. Okay, this area to me was an area of significance, so we mark it off right there as an area of structure. Then I went down to the 15-minute time frame, and I noticed that the market had given us a break to the downside, respecting this area of structure. Okay, we had a beautiful break of structure here. Okay, we had an imbalance in the market. Okay, you can see the imbalance right here, strong momentum. Okay, and then I said, well, you know what? We also have a 15-minute order block over here. So there's a higher probability that the market's going to come here. Okay, this is where I sent the signal to my VIP members, and then it's mostly going to go down and then just continue to melt. Okay, and even break further below this level. Okay, and if we actually played it out, or like I said, if you actually see my analysis that I sent out, it was pretty spot on, right? It respected that area structure. We had a fair value gap. We had a break of structure, and we had the market pull back into our area, and we saw a beautiful rejection to the downside. Very, very simple. Do you guys see how I didn't overcomplicate it? I didn't overdo it with anything, right? I didn't use any trend lines. If you would have used a trend line, you would have saw a break and you're thinking bias, right? That's why I don't use trend line anymore, personally, just for that exact same reason, right? You don't know exactly where you could do it, but if you just focus on market structure, you can kind of keep it clean and say, okay, well, you know, most likely I'm looking for buys if we break above, you know, this area over here. But let me just clear this off here for a second. Let me know in the chat if you're understanding so far what I'm explaining. But yeah, like for me, for example, I would have been looking for buy positions if we would have broken above for sure this area and retested it. Once we're on the retest, then I would have been looking for buys, okay? If we wouldn't have retested, this could just be a liquidity grab for it to continue to its move down, right? So that's what I'm saying, right? Taking liquidity and so on. So these are things that you start learning over time, chat, that like you start gaining with experience, right? Like right now, if you're new, you're gonna be like, what the frick, this is a lot. But that's kind of how I look at the markets, right? I try to keep it nice and clean, simple, focus on market structure. If you would have done, like I said, if you would have done a trend line here, you would have been a little bit screwed over, because at this point, you would have probably drawn the trend line here. You would have seen a break and you're looking for buys. You know what I mean? That's the mistake there, right? You don't want to do that. That's why I don't do the trend lines, focus on market structure. That's going to be a lot more, that's going to be key to be honest, for your success. If you guys have any questions for me on explaining on this beautiful gold trade, which was insane because we caught like 260 pips for those that held. I secured about 60 pips, I'll be honest with you. I closed out at 60 pips, but this thing kept tanking for our VIP members, kept tanking like over 260. And I should have held until after till 12, but again, I was just so busy that I was just like, whatever, that's fine, right? Yeah, that was a gold move there. I'm also going to share our free Telegram community. Maybe there's those that are new and stuff that don't know about it. We have a free Telegram community. Okay. And then I'm just going to share a couple more links here. Our BAP as well. All right, so let's see what else. Let's look at USD JPY in the meantime. So that was the gold breakdown. Chat, if you enjoyed this live stream, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let's get it to 10 likes, chat. Let's get it to 10 likes if you're enjoying the live stream so far. You can see that was a nice gold sell there. I mean, not gold sell, USD JPY sell. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what's going on during Asian session now. Let's see if we can, if there's anything that we could potentially catch or whatever. Okay, so let's see here. Let's start off on the higher time frames. I always like to look at the higher time frame, understand just like the bigger overall picture. We are quite bullish. One thing I do need to mention is, like, you know, it seems like that area is kind of being respected. I don't know if there's any past history or not, but so far that area looks like it has been respected. Next area that could be an area of interest would definitely be around this zone here, which is an area that I will keep in mind. And then, yeah, I mean, this resistance area, but I'm not going to draw that out. That's kind of irrelevant at this moment. Right now, it seems like we have been trending to the downside, creating lower lows, lower highs. We kind of failed to create a lower low. However, we also failed to create a higher high. So at this point, it seems like it's just kind of in this consolidation range. You kind of want to stay away from this. I mean, you could trade the highs and lows of the range, but I would personally stay away. Yeah, I would personally stay away from this just because, yeah, I don't really want to be playing within a range here. I'd rather be just kind of playing with the trend, going with the trend. And if we look at the 1 hour here, yeah, we're just kind of dancing in the middle. So nothing interesting yet that catches my attention. It's just all of it's just kind of what it is, right? I'm just gonna draw this up nice and clean so we can have it all cleaned up. There we go. Yeah, what can I tell you? I want to see some sort of a breakout here. Like, you're kind of in the middle of a consolidation range. It's most likely waiting until news tomorrow because we have a lot of red folder news. So that's kind of what I think is happening for price. So we're gonna circle back here on USD JPY because I don't really see anything that really appetizes my eye. And then we'll kind of go from there. I'd like to see ideally some sort of a break. So if we can get some sort of a break outside of this range, look for buys. We got to break below, wait for a nice retest, and look for sells. That's really it, chat. That's really what we want to aim for here. We want to respect these zones. And if we are able to respect this area of structure, then we can start looking for buy positions or sell positions in this case, okay? And again, if you have a pair that you want me to look over, take advantage, guys, that we're live right now. I would be more than happy to actually kind of go over something together. In terms of like what we're looking at, okay? And welcome to all of our newest members as well. If it's your first time here, welcome, guys. Welcome to the family. Welcome to la familia. Yeah, I should be. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, in my eyes, I mean, could you use a trend line? Sure, if you want to look at it from that perspective. All right, guys, so I'm just making sure because my mic, I want to make sure my mic's good. But other than that, yeah, that's explanation on that one. And I'm freaking loving this Mac, dude. This Mac Pro is insane. It's like a $4,000 desktop, which you can see behind me. You guys check behind me. This thing is a freaking beast. It's like the dark gray, massive. I wanted this one, not just because of like how it looks, because I think it looks sick, but also because for you guys, to be honest, for the live streams. This is my old one right here. This smaller one. Like, it's not old. It's a 2021, so it's like the newer squared off look. But they only have the smaller size, right? They didn't have the big ones. So, yeah. Anyways, now no more legs, which is awesome. So the live streams, you won't have any legs. Let me know in the chat if you guys see how smooth it is and stuff. If you're liking how smooth the live stream is now. A lot more smooth, guys. I freaking love it. But yeah, next thing is my mic. I think the Yeti mic is nice, and it is a new mic that I have. But I think I might upgrade it to like a studio quality, like Shure or something brand. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. All right, guys. We'll take a look at your USD. Okay, your USD. What else do we got here? We got my man Benjamin, CHF JPY. Yeah, we'll take a look at that, bro. 100%. Okay, let's start with your USD. Then we'll check out CHF JPY. Right. So let's start off with your USD. And just bear with me here, guys, okay? All right, we'll do your USD, and the other one will be CHF JPY. And if you're new to the family, let us know where you're joining us from and how long you've been trading for. I'm kind of curious if you're new or if you're new to trading or how long you've been trading for, guys. Let me know in the chat. Give me 1 second, alright guys? We're gonna take a look at your USD and then CHF JPY. Just gotta update something here in the video and then we should be good, okay? Okay. All right, guys. Okay. Okay, watching from Zambia. I've been trading for 6 months. Nice, bro. Nice. So your journey, you're just starting. So that's amazing, bro. That's amazing. Drizza, do you have any strategy finding targets when at all-time highs? I'm in on Nas long from to be honest, when it's all-time highs, bro, you're pretty much in discovery mode. So at that point, like, if you have no other target, at that point, what I would do is I'd slowly start scaling out. You know what I mean? Because regardless of the fact, unless you're gonna hold it long term, you have to like swing or position trade it. Then that's different. You could just hold it and ride it out. But I would be slowly, slowly start taking profits as it starts going up, because you're gonna start getting those pullbacks. When you get those pullbacks, you can slowly scale back in and kind of go from there. But again, remember, I day trade, right? So, that's the thing, right? If you swing it and you're swing trading, by all means, like I would say, just hold it. But there's no necessary target at that point. You're kind of in discovery mode. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. Okay. Actually, you know what, guys? By the way, also you'll see my Nightbot. That is my old Instagram, so that's invalid. So I'm gonna update that. I do have a new Instagram which I'm gonna be updating as well. So I'm just gonna actually, now that I have that, I'm gonna update that as well in a second. But my new Instagram that I have is pedrofxofficial. My old one got shadow banned, unfortunately. It is what it is. Yeah, my new one's pedrofxofficial. Make sure you guys go follow me on there if you haven't already. All right, we're looking at Euro USD, and then we're gonna look at CHF JPY. So Euro USD, what are we looking at? If we go on the daily time frame, okay, Euro USD, to be honest, looks short-term bullish. It seems like we could see the market maybe come back up to this order block over here on the daily. We could slowly see the market kind of creeping back in. Definitely kind of my longer-term target here for Euro USD is these highs up here. If we go down to the 4-hour time frame, we're kind of still stuck in this slight consolidation. It is an area of structure here that we do have to keep in mind that the market has respected in the past. This is an area that definitely the market is respecting. And so we have to be kind of cautious. If we're looking to buy around this zone, there's a lot of liquidity around this area. So I'd be very, very cautious as to looking for any positions, to be honest, at all when it comes to Euro USD at this point. And obviously, I wouldn't want to be trading Euro USD right now. I'd want to trade Euro USD in the morning, okay? Tomorrow morning. If we look at the 1-hour time frame here, though, everything is still indicating buy positions for me. However, the only thing that's kind of holding me back is this consolidation range. We are no longer really trending. We could do a trend continuation. However, if I want to be looking for buy continuations on Euro USD, I want to wait for a nice break and retest. I don't want to get in, kind of within this range here, because for all we know, we can see the market kind of go up to the highs of this range, and then also maybe come back down, manipulate, and go down further, right? So that's the thing, right? A lot of consolidating pairs, and the reason why it's consolidating too, you got to keep in mind that patience pays, number one. Number two, chat, we also have to understand that the market this week's going to have a lot of red folder news. I think that's what the market's kind of waiting for. It's just kind of stalling out before we see all the major news come out. We got a lot of red folder news this week, and that's obviously going to affect price. And I think that's what's happening right now. We're seeing a lot of Asian ranging, Asian session pairs ranging, and so on, right? So that is really what's going on. Preferably, I'd like to see some sort of a breakout outside of this area. Like I said, we do see a strong kind of range here, / consolidation. Lots of indecision in what direction the market wants to go. You can see it was in a clear upwards trend. I like that. However, it kind of then shifted into kind of this stalling out of consolidation. Now, could the market come up and give us a nice manipulation before it kind of continues to go down further? Absolutely, I do think that that could be the case. Why? Well, because remember, let's go back up to what we were talking about earlier, that if we go up to the higher time frames, this was actually a zone of resistance, right? So it is an area of structure. Not only that, though, I do feel that we could look for buy continuations to come up to this area to then look maybe for a short position. Could it sell off from here? Yes, absolutely. This is also an area where we do have to keep our eyes out, where the market for EURUSD could definitely give us a rejection. However, my main focus is watching what the market's going to do outside of this range first before I look for any sort of positions. If anything, if I were to look for any positions on EURUSD, shorter term would definitely be within this consolidation range. There's a lot of wind. Within this consolidation range, and it would be at the highs of this range area here, which you can see here. Maybe look for shorts here, but again, that would be really, really risky because we're kind of going over against the overall bullish trend, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind, chat. Could we look for buys down here? Possibly. I mean, we would be at a potential discount, but again, we have to be very, very cautious as traders. Maybe, you know, kind of see them, you know, market kind of pull back, grab some deeper liquidity before it comes up to the highs of this range. That is really my outlook, chat, on EURUSD. There's not much to it in that sense. Let me know in the chat if that made sense for you guys. Okay, let me know in the chat. Drop a fire in the chat if you guys understood that explanation there. We got my man Tony in the house. What do you think about news with the Fed speech tomorrow? To be honest, bro, like, I don't know. I haven't checked personally, like, what specifically they're going to be, if it's like interest rates or whatever. But fundamentally, I don't really worry so much, other than the fact that, you know, like, for example, we have Fed. Yeah, like, you know, at this point, really, if they're talking about their, like, monetary policy and stuff like that, it's tough to say. It's really a gamble in my eyes, to be honest, in the sense that we don't know what the outcome could be. What we want to do is react after, if that makes sense, right? So our job is just to make sure that, personally, the way at least I would approach it in trading is wait for it. I'll tell you why. For example, when it comes to like heavy news like NFP, obviously last Friday, I said we were looking. Luckily, we had a killer week last week and with VIP, and this week we were already off to a good start. But last week on Friday, I still gave my VIP members the outlook as to what I had for the market, right, for that day. And obviously, I was saying that gold was going to go up, and gold ended up going up. However, because of the news, if you would have traded the news, the market did take its liquidity. The market did everything it had to do. But the market did a deeper liquidity grab. It went way deeper, all the way down. Like, and I mean, like, it went down almost like 100 pips, pulled back all the way down as soon as the news came out, and then went all the way up, right? Obviously, that's NFP's stronger news, but what I'm trying to say is, like, sometimes the market will do that. What I like to do is wait for the manipulation to happen. Then once you understand the direction of the market wants to go, typically it will tell you what direction the market wants to go. The market will manipulate first, and then after the news comes out, you'll then notice that the market, you know, gave us a massive rejection, and then it ends up wanting to go for buys. Then perfect. On the next retracement, or even on the candle closure showing the rejection, that's where you enter, and then you can look for buy positions, right? That's what I have found has worked for me personally. Again, right? Some people like to just trade during the news. I think that's personally risky. That's just my humble opinion. But again, it totally depends how you want to approach it. I like to wait after the news and kind of let the market dictate what direction it wants to go, and we just kind of hop on the train and just kind of go from there. Okay, so next, let's take a look at. We got Ganhu Yag, GU. I haven't looked at GU in a while, but we're gonna take a look at CHF first. Because we had Benjamin, which is one of our members here as well. We're going to take a look here at CHF JPY. So what are we looking at? Let's start off with the daily here. So if we look at it, it's definitely, you know, been an upwards trend for quite some time here. You know, it does look quite bullish. I'm just going to clear the charts just so that there's no confusion here. Let me actually go up to the weekly. I want to see if we're kind of creating all-time highs here, or what's the deal here. So it seems like we are creating these all-time highs here, chat. So we gotta really trade this with caution here, right? Because At this point, when you see the market creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, we've created a massive higher high here. We have an imbalance here. There's imbalance here in the market, as well as an imbalance here. Most likely, we could see the market retrace even at least to this area over here, right? So keeping that in mind, if we go down to the daily, right, there's still also a daily imbalance here. There's a lot of areas where the market could still potentially come back down to. Could it come back down here? Maybe that could be a zone. It's hard for me to say at this moment. You know, structures just, it really has been just slowly going up. So price action is not the cleanest. If you want my personal advice here, Benjamin, I would say, my man, just literally just stay away from pairs like this, because at this point, this market is just stuck in this kind of sideways consolidation. You don't want to be trading this. This is not really the greatest market condition to be trading. And again, right, this is just my opinion. I personally would kind of stay away. Yeah, I mean, if we look at the 4 hour, I mean, this is a nice key level here. You can draw a bunch of different key levels here, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's really just kind of on the side here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not much. Like, this is why I don't trade these pairs anymore. You know what I mean? I don't look at any of these pairs anymore, because especially when you're starting out, this is just untradeable, to be honest. Like, look at how it just goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, pulls back, and then goes all the way back down. And then it's just, I don't know. Personally, I just wouldn't want to trade this, right? Again, right, you can kind of draw the key levels here and say, well, you know, this kind of major area here. But again, I would personally stay away, my man, okay? I would stay away from CHF JPY. It's just very sporadic. It's all over the place, and this is not what we want to be trading, okay? You want to trade with the trend. You want to have a clean structure. You want to look at, for example, I'll show you an example here, okay? Look how choppy this is. This is like brutal. It goes down, then you think, okay, we're in a downward trend, boom, comes back up, then kind of goes down, then it goes up, and it's just ranging, and then, yeah, it's just, personally, I would stay away. We got my man Tony, agreed, wait, and then react if you're not already trading. Exactly, 100%, bro. That's just the way to go, right? Better safe than sorry in my eyes. That's the way I see it, but yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at, I'll show you an example of something that's not going to be so sporadic, although there is, like, for example, gold is not too bad, but, excuse me, it is volatile, right? But if we look at, for example, like, again, I don't want to give an example US30 because you guys would be like, what the heck, how's that more cleaner? But in reality, believe it or not, it kind of is. But I'll show you guys an example here. Okay. All right, so if you guys look at this, right, so we can see higher high, higher low, sorry, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And then this is just a low, right? And then what happens here, we're just kind of ranging, higher high, right? Potential higher low if it were to create a higher high, okay? What are we doing? We're in an upwards trend. It's very clear that we are in an upwards trend. You know, this is the 4 hour time frame. Now, what do I do, right? I just kind of want to see where I'm at in the 4 hour, okay? Cool. Well, you know, we've got an area here where the market has respected in the past, right? And we also have kind of another zone kind of around, I would say, this zone right here, okay? So these are kind of my two zones that I would say I'd be focusing on here on US30. Now, mind you, this current price action is pretty choppy, but at least with this, I have something to work with a little bit, knowing that on the higher time frames, we are quite bullish. I do like that. Right now as we speak though, it does definitely seem a little bit choppy price action in terms of like what the market wants to do. What I would say is just like most likely the market's going to come up, come into this area, tap into here, there's an imbalance here in the market, tap into the zone, right? And then maybe give us a nice push back down to the range, right? So if I were to be looking for sells, if anything, I would want to be selling at these highs up here, okay? And you can see that this is a nice order block right there, okay? There's an imbalance right here, okay? Perfect. And if I grab my fib, right, from the highs to the lows, there you are, right? Fills the imbalance, taps in here, rejects, and there you have it. Now you have something solid, right? And you can set your positions right here, right? Set your stop loss, right? Your take profit, call it a day. There you go. Now you have something solid, right? Just out of nowhere, right? So that's what I'm saying, right? Obviously, we're still in this trend. Obviously, it's bullish. Obviously, it's kind of going counter trend at this point, but you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? Could this be the complete opposite kind of thing? Of course, you could look for potential buy positions as well, right? Because we have a nice break of structure to the upside and so on, right? This is just kind of showing you how it will look, how I would look at the market in this case, okay? But yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys are kind of understanding what I'm explaining here, chat. Like, again, this is just example purposes, just to show you kind of what you would be looking at hypothetically. Asian session. Yeah, so let's look at gold here during Asian session. Let's see what we can, because it looks like we might be looking at gold sell continuations. So we might be looking at gold still selling off more, right? Like, look at the daily, right? How did the daily close? Daily close bearish. We've formed a wick high here on the daily. You know, like, it looks like it didn't really respect this area as much, if that makes sense. Looks like we kind of closed below it. Let's look at the 4 hour here to see how this 4 hour looks. Yeah, 4 hour looks like it closed below it, right? So I'd like to see, we've got an hour and 20 minutes left. I'd like to see how that would close. But if we look at it from the 1 hour perspective, I do like how it broke below it. That's pretty good. 30-minute looking pretty good. Yeah. This is looking pretty, not bad, not bad. You guys have any questions for me? Any questions, guys? I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream so far. So that's kind of my outlook there, right? So even with gold right now, I'd like to see how maybe even after, well, right now, what do we got? It's almost going to be 9. Yeah, I'd like to see, we've got about an hour and a half. I'd like to see after 10, what's the market gonna do, right? Because this is a pretty big move, right, down. So I'd like to see how it's gonna react at this area. We've got a nice area structure here, okay? Do like how it broke below this area, which is nice. We could be looking for sells. However, is the market gonna grab deeper liquidity, right? Maybe tap into this order block before it actually goes down further, right? We got a 4-hour order block here. In fact, if we were to go down, I believe on the 15 minutes, yeah. No, if we go back on the 5, I believe it is, yeah. No, it would be still. So I'd like to see the market. See, the thing is, I don't want to sell it yet, right? I want to be careful here because either the market might come over to this 3-minute order block right over here. If we get some sort of a rejection from this zone here, then that could be something, right? Because my theory here is that the market's going to come up, grab deeper liquidity, tap into this 3-minute order block, and then we could see some sort of a shift of structure. And then if we see the market close back in, then we're definitely looking for sells, right? Market's taking its liquidity it needs in order to continue its move down, right? That's the thing. A lot of people would just kind of sell here, and then your stop loss would get knocked down. You're like, what the heck? Why did it come up exactly to this zone? But in reality, without realizing that there is definitely an area here where the market did respect in the past as well, right? So we have to kind of keep that in the back of our minds, chat, that the market will potentially, come into the zone. And even to be honest, I'd be a lot more comfortable in the higher time frame order block, which would be kind of at these highs, but I don't think it's going to pull back all the way that high because we are at this area of structure. The fact that we are at this area of structure up here on the 1 hour and 4 hour gives me a lot more confidence that we may look for sell continuation. So I do think it's going to probably sell off. It's just the question is, I'd rather wait until after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wait for the market to grab its liquidity, and then I get in pre-London, and then we're laughing, right? So that's really what it is. But you guys know I trade gold every single day with my students. Every single day we trade gold, and every single day we're killing it, guys, right? My win rate's like 83 to 85%, you know what I mean? So it's pretty spot on. Like, you guys could ask all my VIP members, and literally, I'm telling you, like, it's insane. Like, this trade alone on a Monday, guys, on a freaking Monday, our VIP members caught over 260 pips. You know what I mean? And if you go on my Instagram right now, you guys could watch the video, the story that I shared, because it's not a video. I shared the story before this even happened on my Instagram page. So if you're curious of me actually like literally breaking it down and saying, hey guys, we're about to take this trade, whatever, it's literally on my Instagram. So if you guys haven't followed me on my Instagram, go follow me on there if you haven't already. And my Instagram is actually pedrofxofficial. Again, it's pedrofxofficial. The username is at the top of this live stream. You'll be able to see my name up there. That's the username. But go follow me on there because I do a lot of motivational stuff and a lot of like educational stuff with trading. And I feel like it's going to help a lot of people. It helps a lot of people. Especially if you're new to the industry or whatever. Like, you're going to feel, that support. I put like 3 reels a day, guys. I pump like 3 freaking reels a day. So I try to give you guys as much content as I can, just because, like I said, I love to be able to help the community, give back to the community, and help you guys as much as possible. But yeah, if you guys are new as well, welcome to everyone that's just new, all the new family members. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you never miss any single piece of content. And also give it a thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream so far, all right? I really do appreciate it. It does support the channel. We got Babu here. Will you sell gold? Yeah, bro, that's kind of my overall bias, but I would say we definitely just have to wait it out first and kind of see where we're at. But yeah, that's the goal, my man. That's the goal, definitely looking at potential gold sells here. And like I said, we go back to the other gold chart. This is kind of what I'm seeing for the market, right? See how it reacts here. If we don't get a reaction from here, move on to the next order block, which is at this order block over here, okay? There's a 5-minute order block over here, chat. And we've got a 3-minute order block right over here, okay? Obviously, the 5 minutes is going to be a little bit more stronger. In most cases, to be honest, the 15 minutes my most preferred. But again, in this case, like just trying to show you the probabilities of what we could potentially catch here on gold. First and foremost, before anything, I'm going to obviously keep you guys updated as a whole as to what I'm seeing. By the way, guys, now that you're here, also let me know in the chat what other videos you'd like me to pull out, because I know a lot of you guys are struggling. Let me know, what's your biggest struggle? What are you struggling with? What can I help you guys with more? I don't mind. That's why I'm doing the live streams. That's why I'm back with the live streams. You guys wanted the live streams, we're back at it, guys. Ask the questions you want to ask. Take advantage that I'm live right now. Remember, I literally do this for a living, and I love doing what I do, and I love trading because I'm super passionate about it. I'm passionate about, even more passionate about helping others do the same. And like I said, for me, it wasn't a problem stopping the live streams, because again, at the end of the day, once you learn the skill set, guys, you don't need to be doing all these other extra stuff. You know what I mean? But again, I felt in my heart that a lot of you guys do need the support, and I do really wanted to build a community that I could look back and be like, wow, I've been able to build this amazing community with the love and support of all you guys, right? So that's something that's always been kind of in the plan of everything, guys, that I wanted to do, right? So just leveling off my camera here. There we go. Okay, we got my man Babu here. How do you deal with drawdown? Okay, so I'll answer some of the questions here, and keep throwing those questions, guys, because like I said, take advantage that I'm live here. I've been trading for 5 years, guys, going on to 6 years now soon. So how do you deal with drawdown? Okay, first and foremost, I know that you probably hear this a lot, but you guys need to understand something. You need to, and I repeat it, I'll say it collectively, we need to remove ourselves from the money aspect of trading and actual trading, okay? Once you remove, okay, why? Because we're emotional beings. You have to understand that, right? Because we're emotional beings, we're going to react with emotion. So if we, for example, if you think about it, every decision that has been, let's say, a worse decision that you've done in your life, or not the greatest decision in your life, have you guys noticed that, for example, if you buy a car or you accidentally bought something unnecessary? I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, these headphones, okay? These headphones, when they first came out, cost me like almost $1,000, okay? These are like the AirPod Maxes or whatever, okay? These things, okay? These things, okay, are pretty cool because they have like noise cancellation and stuff. Like, I think that's pretty cool and stuff. But in reality, was it something that I really, really needed? No. But it was something that I wanted, right? So what did I do? I acted by emotion when I went to Best Buy and I saw it and I saw myself wearing it, and I'm like, oh man, this is cool. Like, yeah, maybe when I'm, doing the live streams or listening to something, or when I'm at the gym, whatever, right? But was it really a necessity? Was it something that I really, really needed? No, I could do the live streams without the headphones, right? I could use just my normal headphones that came with my iPhone, right? So all the decisions that we make are made because we have an emotion attached. We allow our emotions to get involved. And the moment we allow our emotions to get involved, that's where it makes it difficult. Now, where am I going with this? When it comes to trading, we know that we're trading for what reason, and what's the most biggest reason why we trade. We trade because why? Because we want to learn how to become financially free, or we want to learn how to make money, right? That's the main reason. That's what I started. I started trading because I wanted to learn this high-paying skill set, because apparently there was a way that I could make a living and become financially free. That's just this brutal honesty here, right? So the moment you remove yourself, okay, you remove yourself from the money aspect in trading, and you just focus on the charts, and you just focus on building your skill set, building your discipline, building the fact that you show up every single day, you look at the charts, and you only focus on the setups. You only focus on identifying the setups that you see, okay? You only focus on finding those high quality setups, and you focus on waiting for your confirmations. Perfect. I'm waiting for a market to come to this area of structure, waiting for it to fill this imbalance, or waiting for the market to come into my Fibonacci golden zone, or waiting for the market to, give me an oversold on the RSI. Obviously, I don't trade the RSI, but I'm just giving you an example. I'm waiting for the market to, tap into this order block, etc., etc., etc. You're waiting for confirmations. You need to look at the markets from the trading standpoint. You need to look at the markets as for what it is, not for what it can give you. The moment you remove that and you say, okay, the market's not going to give me anything, the market doesn't owe me anything, that is the moment where you're going to start seeing results. And so if you are in drawdown, that's not going to affect you. Why? Because that doesn't really do or mean anything to you. Because at the end of the day, if I get in a trade, or when I usually get in a trade, I know, for example, my risk right away. Now, when I say I know my risk, I know that I am risking $2,000 on this specific position. So that being said, if I'm in drawdown and I see negative $1,600, I shouldn't be stressing or worrying, because I already know that the moment before I entered that trade, I was willing to take that $2,000 loss. At this point, you need to understand that before you get into any trade, you have to be willing and accept the fact that you can take that loss. If you are not willing to accept and take that loss, you need to lower your risk, or you need to learn to be ready when to take that trade position, right? So once you start lowering your risk, or once you start understanding and say, well, okay, I understand I'm risking $2,000 on this specific position. For example, the position that we took on gold this morning with our VIP members, this one, okay, we had a 30 pip stop loss. I was risking $2,000 on this position, and I knew that once the market would come to the 60 pips profit, I would be making anywhere between at least $2,500 to $3,000, okay? Now, obviously, I was risking a little bit more, but just to give you guys an example as to how I could look at the markets. Now, if I would have held, then this would have been an insane risk reward ratio, because I would have only been risking $2,000 to potentially even make anywhere between $5,000 to $8,000, right? So again, though, right? Once you just understand, okay, I'm risking $2,000, cool. I'm not, at this point, that doesn't affect me. I'm already aware of how much I'm risking, and it is what it is, right? That's usually how I do a drawdown, because before I used to freak out about drawdown and worried because I'm negative $1,800. Frick, bro, I'm gonna blow the account, or I'm at my limit. I'm about to lose $34,000. Bro, I would overtrade so much because I still had that emotional attachment with money, right? You have to detach yourself from money. The more you chase it, the more you chase it away, okay? The more you chase money, the more you chase it away. That's my best advice for you guys, okay? And you guys will reach it. Trust me, guys. I'm telling you, this stuff is real. It's real. The problem is that the industry has completely destroyed the hopes and dreams that you guys have as traders. And trust me, I know, because I was in your exact same position. I'm like, all these guys and gurus and all this and stuff like that, they have all these nice cars and stuff, and they're just selling you these hopes and dreams, and they're just not really giving you the full information, right? Once you have a strategy that works, once you have something that really works, and you've tested it time and time and over again, trust me, all you have to do is rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And you show up every freaking day to the charts, every freaking day, guys, doing the same exact thing. And I'm telling you, once you detach yourself from the money and you do the same exact thing every single day, waiting for your setups, focusing only on high quality setups, you will become successful in trading. I'm telling you, because I am living proof of it, and it is real, okay? I'm telling you, as the channel grows, you guys will see more and more how I'm going to be sharing with you guys my journey, and you will see how it will be progressing over time. And I'm telling you, I don't need to be doing the live streams. I stopped the live streams for like not 6 months, what was it, like 4 months? Like 4 months, I stopped it, 4 or 5 months, right? Like, I don't need to be doing this, but I'm doing it because I genuinely enjoy spending time with you guys. I genuinely enjoy helping people, and I feel that is my calling, okay? But in reality, once you learn this skill set, you don't have to be doing what I'm doing. You can literally be by yourself. But the beauty about having a community and actually doing what you, like, you know, what most of us do and stuff, and connecting with others, is that you're not alone. Because the problem with trading is it is a lonely journey. And if you're not willing to take that lonely path, that's the problem. A lot of people give up because all the other people are telling you, just stop, it's not worth it, like you're just wasting your time, right? Because they don't have the same vision as you, right? But when you're around people, okay, that's what we have. Like, for example, my community that I have, in this community that's absolutely free, but also the VIP inner circle. Why do I call it inner circle? Because it's an inner circle where you're surrounded around like-minded people that are wanting to learn, people that are wanting to make a difference, right? People that want to change their lives, right? And that's my main focus with PedroFX and our community, okay? But yeah, just wanted to kind of leave that with you guys and share with you and tell you that it is possible. And I'm not trying to be just cliche and like, yeah, guys, it's possible, and, you know, motivational and stuff, but it's the reality of it. It is possible. right? When you really start taking things serious, right? And obviously getting the right information, right? Now it's hard because I spent hours and thousands of dollars and time and trying to learn, you know what I mean? All this type of stuff. But you have to be very, very careful, right? Because there's so much information out there, right? So I just wanted to leave that with you guys. Okay, we got my man Pablo Estrada just got here. Are you planning to short gold? That's the plan, my man. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see, though. I'm still waiting to see how the market reacts around this area, and we'll kind of go from there. Typically, I like to trade gold like when it's Asian sessions. I like to trade it after 10 o'clock in about an hour. So we'll see. You got dark sides, help with entry point and best time to trade. Okay, yeah, we could definitely do a video on that. Red Lady 31 holding trades at TP. Yeah, okay, yep. Good point. It's like today. Today we were looking at sell positions here on gold. When I sent this out to my VIP members, I said, I sent them with this. I said sell side liquidity. The market tends to attract itself to these areas. You have to understand that it wants to knock out all this liquidity, right? Before it actually goes up, like before it actually, you know, grabs the deeper liquidity, before it usually grabs the liquidity before it ends up going. So think about it as grabbing fuel before it ends up knocking out this liquidity, right? The market will go from zone to zone. It's just how it works. It's just how the market flows, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah. Ooh, I'm hot, man. Guys, if you're enjoying the live streams, give it a thumbs up. Let's get it to 20 likes, chat. Let's get it to 20 likes. Got my man Tony. That's my dream, and it's finally happening soon. I can feel it, Pedro. Bro, I believe in you, man. You got this, bro. Don't give up. I'm telling you, bro. Put your trust in God and just keep chugging along, bro. You're going to get there. Trust me. Guys, do you have any other questions for me now that we're live? Any other questions? Let me know any questions, team, that you may have. We got Babu. Do you do any funding challenges? Yeah, bro. Of course. I have a ftmo account, and I do have a funded peaks account, and I did have Rocket 21, and then I had the funded trader, but they ended up freaking flopping heavily. So mainly ftmo and funded peaks. Those are the two prop firms I work with. How about you, bro? Bro, there's no like specific strategy that's best, but I would say, like, for example, Benjamin's asking what strategy is best for prop firms. The best strategy is keep it at risking like less than 1%. So I would risk anywhere between like 0.5 to 0.75%. Just stay under the 1% on every position that you take. Don't risk more than 1%. Just for your own sake, right? You want to be able to stay within the parameters. You know, that way you don't blow any freaking challenges and stuff. We got Pablo. Are they linked here on your account? Yes, they're linked on my account. And I have Blueberry Markets, which is my personal capital. That's the one that I'm slowly building bit by bit. Blueberry Markets. Yeah. 1 second, guys. Keep asking away those questions, guys, if you guys have any questions or anything like that. We got Babu in the house. When did you start trading? Bro, I started trading, honestly, like, to be exact, it was around like 2020, around like the pandemic, to be honest. Around the pandemic, like 2019, 2020, around there, almost like I said, we're about coming up around 5 years, but technically I was very on and off. So I would say, like, technically, like, really solid, like, I would say 3 years, like, dead ass, like, focus, 3 years. But on and off about 5 years, because I also started initially in crypto. So I started initially in Bitcoin. So like with the Bitcoin world, but it wasn't trading. It was just kind of like buy and hold, buy and hold. That I did it for like since 2017. So it's been like almost like, I don't know how long that is, like 6-7 years. But actual trading, I would say about I would say roughly like fully focused 3 years. But on and off about 5 years now, going on to 6. Yeah. So, yeah. And I mean, I bought in that Bitcoin when it was like 3 grand. Yeah. And with that, we were able to kind of like, you know, help with buying our first home and so on. And it was nice. It was a nice opportunity for sure. Give me 1 second, guys. Guys, by the way, right now, while I do this, I'm just editing something that we're going to take a look at the charts and stuff together. We're going to continue. But before I do that, I wanted to ask you guys, or not ask you guys, let you guys know, if you haven't followed me on my new Instagram, go follow me right now. Like I said, I do motivational videos, guys, that trust me. It could help you, it could bless you. And I do a lot of motivational videos and educational videos on my Instagram, and I'm really trying to grow it and be able to give back as much value. So if you haven't already, go follow me on there. My username on Instagram, if you just type it out right now, it's pedrofxofficial. That's it, pedrofxofficial. So go follow me on there if you haven't. All the giveaways, anything related to giveaways, VAP, anything that I'm going, any announcements, it's all going to be on my Instagram. I'm super active on there. So if you want to be following what I do on my day-to-day basis, I usually share it on my Instagram. Obviously, I'm active here on YouTube, of course. I always will be, and that's my focus. But like talking more personal in my socials, I'm very, very active on Instagram, okay? So go follow me on there if you haven't already. Again, my username is pedrofxofficial, and you can see it at the top of the live stream, okay? We got Jonathan Felipe. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Bienvenido, bienvenido. Welcome to the live stream, guys. And remember, don't forget to subscribe, guys, because we do these live streams every other day. We're doing these live streams, guys. So if you enjoy these live streams, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe below and hit that little bell icon, okay? Keep throwing those questions, guys. If you have more questions for me, just ask away. It could be personal questions, questions about the markets, the charts. Just ask away. Ask them in the chat. Don't be shy, guys. All right, so let's look at GJ. I haven't looked at GJ in time, guys. So I'm gonna clear everything off. We're gonna start fresh with GJ. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at GJ. So we're definitely bullish on GJ so far. It's been quite bullish, quite the bullish run for sure. You know, weekly, monthly, it's pretty bullish overall. We are, however, it seems like we definitely didn't respect this area here. However, we are coming up to this area of structure over here, so that's kind of a zone that I would definitely keep my eyes on. Not only that, it is actually also an area of supply. Sorry, demand. It is an area of supply. So, you know, we could see definitely the market continue to go up a little bit, kind of see maybe even a push further, creating a wick, a rejection, and then we can now start probably into the future, in the next few months, start seeing maybe a reaction from the zone to potentially come back down lower, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. This is something that we could definitely see for price. And again, this is for GJ. Yeah, other than that, everything is just still indicating short-term buys for sure. Yeah, we'll take a look at USD in a sec here. I'll start recording you how much pip stop loss is good for gold. Typically, bro, I like to, like, there's no like specific, like, you know what I mean? But typically I like to do anywhere between, like, I would say 35 minimum to like 45. Like a 50 pip stop loss, I try to avoid that, but I'd say anywhere between 35 to 40 pips on gold is fine. Yeah, sometimes I do 30 pips on gold to be on the stop loss. So I do anywhere between 30 to 40 pips on gold stop loss. I think that's a good range, right? Especially if you have a solid strategy and you know what you're doing. Anywhere between like 30 to 40 pips is perfect. By the way, guys, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys also check out our free Telegram community. The link is in the video description below. And if you guys want to join my VIP, like I said, guys, we're consistently, not because we're always winning all the time, but we are pretty good, guys. We're at 83% win rate right now at this given time. We had a 250 pip gold win literally yesterday. Our students were able to profit from that. If you want to learn more information about it and see even the reviews from the students, you can click the link in the video description below. Right now, I've completely discounted, because the live streams have come back, completely discounted our lifetime membership, and I've discounted also our 30 days access membership. So both of them are heavily discounted right now, but prices will be going up. So take advantage now. If you've been on the fence or considering joining in, now's a chance. And honestly, guys, at the end of the day, you're going to learn the way I trade and learn and earn at the same time, right? It's not just about taking signals, but it's also learning how Pedro trades, what I'm looking at in the markets, why I'm looking at buys, why I'm looking at sells, when I'm looking to enter, when I'm looking to exit. And that's the beauty of our VIP inner circle. So if you're interested, the link is in the video description below for that to join in, okay? So yeah, like I said, for GJ right now, at this moment, to be honest, daily, again, everything is really just still quite bullish. It's been insanely bullish for quite some time. We could anticipate some potential retracement. It seems like we are kind of stalling out here for a bit here on the daily. If we go to the 4 hour, you know, at this point, like, we're so close to this area here that we could see the market maybe tap into this zone. We are still forming higher highs and higher lows, so it's still kind of indicating to me that we are still quite bullish. If we go to the 4 hour here, excuse me, on the 4 hour time frame, we also have this 4 hour order block. You can see the market is kind of respecting this 4 hour order block at this time. 1 hour, also we see a nice rejection from this area, or reaction from this area, sorry, which is pretty nice. Ideally though, for me to look for GJ continuations of buys, I'd like to see a break above this major resistance area here, because that's kind of a zone that the market is kind of respecting. So this is kind of an area that I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for. Yeah, just because, yes, like, I don't like that impulse here, but it could react from this area, which is already kind of reacting from it. So something to keep in mind, okay? If we look at it from this perspective here, like I said, could be definitely looking at potential buys here, right? So something to definitely consider. We also have a 15-minute order block over here, right? Yeah. Yeah, we got a 5-minute OB here. Imbalance was filled. Yeah, like we could look at short-term buys here, guys. But again, right, like what are we talking about? It's not much pips, right? 12 pips. That's what I'm saying. I would wait for the break. Wait for a break of... Wait for the break like this. So wait for the market to come up like this, and then wait for the market to retest and continue going up, okay? There's definitely lots of liquidity in these zones here, okay? Market most likely will take out all that liquidity. We have some buy side liquidity at these highs here, right? Lots of liquidity around these areas. So liquidity here as well. We got some buy side liquidity at these zones here as well. Okay. So there's a lot of areas where the market could potentially knock out and continue to go higher. You got Jonathan? Yes, you got it, my man. You guys have any more questions for me, guys, before we wrap up? We got Dark Sides. When we be live again tomorrow, my man. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna be live around like 7:30, around 7:38. That's when I usually used to do the live streams. And then Asian sessions will usually be like pretty much every day around this time, around like 8:30, 8:39. Pretty much every day except Fridays. So that's usually kind of the schedule. Just sometimes it gets pretty crazy busy, right? So I try to my best to, I used to like always have it like every day, like twice a day, even almost 3 times a day, but it was just too much. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of time, right? Like, you know, I dedicate a lot of time, you know, to the streams. And so now what I'm trying to do is just like, you know, anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours, spend time with you guys. But sometimes it would go like 4 hours back in the day. So I'm trying to just kind of like keep a set schedule where there's a nice balance, right? Yeah, so that's what's going on here. GU. What's going on, man? I haven't traded any of these pairs in time. Now I just mainly focus on gold, like personally, right? Gold and US 30. Sometimes NASDAQ as well. I don't really focus on any other pairs now. When I did the live streams, I used to like focus on all these pairs. I was all over the place. That's another advice I'd give you guys. Like, honestly, focus on like 1 to 3 pairs max. But if you can like, you know, really like hunker down like one pair and just like stick to that one pair, like you're laughing, you know? let's see here. It could be buy continuations here. It's just not really liking, you know, their price action, how it's not like super clean, but I would say definitely looking at market to continue up. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about GU right now. Kind of just all over the place. Oh, it's crazy. Who would have thought? But gold, I love trading gold now. Who would have thought, man? We got our pick, 2365. Let's see. See how that market's pulling up, like I told you guys, and tapped into that 3-minute order block. You see what I'm talking about? Like it literally tapped into it. You see? Literally, like the market's literally doing everything I said it would do, guys. Look at that. Market's gonna come up, tap into the 3-minute order block, reject it nicely. Let's see, yeah, 5-minute closed, respecting that zone. But again, right, like, yeah, that's the thing. For me, let's see here, 1 hour. Well, we got another kind of area here. So, I mean, it could go very well with that zone here. Yeah. Yeah, so I know you're mentioning around that zone. That's my zone that I had anyways. Literally 2365, 2367. This is my zone that I have. That's why I have this block here. This is the block that I'm saying for sells here for gold, right? So yeah, that's the block that I have. So I'd like to see it come up higher. I'd like to see it knock out this 5-minute liquidity here before it goes down lower, personally. But that's really what I want to see here. And we'll probably run up to like 10, so it'd be perfect for the market to do that. It'll play out pretty good. So I like it. All right, guys, it's been a slice. It's been kind of more of a quiet Asian session, which is fine. It's been a slice. I'll keep you guys up to date. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, all right, for 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep that in mind, okay? Make sure your bell notification's active. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. But when you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell icon and click all notifications on the drop down. Otherwise, you won't get notified when I'm live, okay? So if you want to be notified when I'm live, make sure you hit that little bell icon. All right, guys. But I think that's all for now. But before we finish off here, yeah, let's see. All right, guys. I'm out. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, guys. God bless you guys. Bye for now.